Intermittent carbohydrate intake, often called carb cycling, offers a sophisticated way to harness the benefits of both low-carb and moderate-carb diets, creating a dynamic environment where your metabolism stays flexible and your cells remain primed for autophagy without falling into the traps of chronic restriction. By alternating between periods of low-carb intake, which stimulate autophagy by lowering insulin and mTOR, and moderate-carb days, which briefly re-engage growth pathways like IGF-1 and replenish glycogen stores, you can cycle your metabolism through phases of repair and rejuvenation without the downsides of prolonged deprivation. This strategy mirrors patterns found in traditional human diets, where food availability naturally varied due to seasonal shifts or inconsistent hunting and gathering success. Our biology is exquisitely tuned to thrive on this ebb and flow, not the constant, unchanging macro ratios that many modern diet plans prescribe. For example, following a rhythm like 2 days of low-carb, high-fat, moderate-protein meals, prompting deeper autophagic cleanup, followed by 1 day of moderate carbs from whole food sources can remind the body that resources are not perpetually scarce. This helps prevent the drop in thyroid hormone, leptin, and reproductive hormones sometimes seen in long-term ketogenic or very low-carb diets, which can otherwise slow metabolism and blunt energy levels. Metabolically, these intermittent carb days resensitize insulin receptors, keeping the body responsive rather than resistant. They also give your muscles a chance to refill glycogen, supporting strength and high-intensity workouts, while the low-carb phases maintain periods of nutrient stress that activate AMPK and autophagy. By avoiding continuous carb restriction, you sidestep the risk of chronic cortisol elevation, a common pitfall of extreme, long-term low-carb eating, while still reaping the anti-inflammatory, cell-clearing benefits of periodic insulin quietude. Cyclic autophagy in this context functions almost like interval training for your cells. You alternate between stress, low-carb days that turn on autophagy, and recovery, moderate-carb days that provide anabolic signals, which can enhance resilience and performance in the same way interval exercise improves cardiovascular fitness. Unlike diets that keep your metabolism fixed in either constant scarcity or constant abundance, intermittent carb intake teaches your body to fluidly switch fuel sources. This metabolic flexibility allows you to adapt more gracefully to life's ups and downs, like skipped meals, strenuous days, or periods of higher activity, without the energy crashes or cravings that come from a rigid metabolic state. Importantly, cycling carbs doesn't mean binging on refined sugars during refeed days. It's about strategically incorporating nutrient-dense, fiber-rich carbohydrates, like sweet potatoes, legumes, quinoa, or fruits, so your body receives supportive signals without provoking massive insulin spikes or inflammation. These whole food carbs not only offer a gentle anabolic push to break from catabolism, but also provide vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients essential for mitochondrial health and ongoing cellular repair. Viewed through the lens of evolutionary biology, intermittent carb intake reflects a fundamental pattern: feast and fast, abundance and scarcity. By mimicking this pattern intentionally, you can encourage a rhythmic activation of autophagy that keeps your cells fresh and your metabolism lively, rather than letting either growth or cleanup dominate indefinitely. This cyclic approach highlights the wisdom of strategic variety, something the human body has always thrived on, and invites a flexible, sustainable way to support long-term health, energy, and resilience in the modern world.